All right, so in this video, I'm going to discuss one of the biggest problems or disadvantages faced by residents in Dubai. And I'm not going to talk about American citizens who just grab the Dubai residency namesake, right? They want to start a company, don't actually physically want to live there. Maybe a couple of folks will travel there once in 6 months to keep their residency alive. I'm not going to talk about those people. I'm going to specifically refer to people coming from Asian countries who physically reside in Dubai and have been physically residing in Dubai for most of their lives. Particularly, I'm referencing people from countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and other Asian countries who have a very poor, pathetic in some cases, home country passports. The access is so poor. The country is great. I don't want to talk about the country. The country might be good, but what I'm referring to is the passport. Passport is poor. Passport is pathetic, and what pathetic means is that it has very poor access. You can hardly travel. Now, you cannot travel. Of course, you live in Dubai, so you have a decent life in Dubai. That's the good part. But the problem happens when you can't travel. And especially this starts affecting a lot of families. Their children can't travel. Either it's for education, for whatever purposes they want to travel abroad. Now they have grown up. Maybe they have, born in Dubai. They're born in Dubai. They have grown up all their lives in Dubai. They don't feel like a Pakistani, right? They feel they should have a better nationality where they can travel, international nationality, which they can use and travel, and they don't have that. So they really are born with a big disadvantage if they are in this situation. And exceedingly, a lot of my clients from Saudi Arabia, Dubai, such Gulf places where they don't actually ever get citizenship. They're foreigners in those countries for pretty much their whole life. A lot of people have lived there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or even more. And they might not be as concerned because most of their life is gone and remainder of their life is fine being in those countries without having a strong passport. That is okay. But tomorrow, if your home country starts getting super draconian and starts tracking you down, you don't want to be dependent upon their poor, pathetic nationality or the pathetic passport, not nationality, but let's say pathetic passport. You don't want to face the music, right? So you want to be prepared for yourself for now. And more importantly, you want to grab your family, your children should have a solid, strong nationality. The biggest challenge with a lot of folks in Dubai are most are doing business or they're doing full-time jobs. It's not easy for them to move to a country for 3 or 4 years or 5 years and then naturalize, pick up the citizenship and all that, right? So historically, all that they have been told is there's Europe and there's Portugal, there's Hungary, and maybe do a Portugal golden visa, but not everyone is able to afford a Portugal golden visa, and not everyone has the time to wait for such a long time, waiting in uncertainty after doing such a big investment. And what's the point when you can't live there, right? That is where I think what's really important is having a flexible residency. We call this as paper residency. Again, paper only means that the country doesn't expect you to physically stay there all the time, right? It's a temporary residency for a reason. And some countries have this unique feature where it doesn't matter whether you have a temporary or a permanent. In fact, the temporary is more advantageous in certain cases than a permanent because then you're not proving anything, right? So your temporary leads to citizenship, eventually can lead to citizenship if you're looking for that strong nationality. And as I said, it would not matter if it is permanent, temporary, both would lead to citizenship in approximately the same amount of time. There are residencies that can be obtained. The card can be obtained in a single day. And then there are residencies where the card can be obtained in less than 30 days. And these are some of the world's best and powerful residencies. And this could get you one of the world's most powerful passport or passports. And there are multiple such residencies that can be obtained. The beauty about these residencies is that once you obtain or acquire this residency, you don't have to quit or move what you're doing in Dubai or Saudi Arabia. You can continue doing what you're doing. Maybe your child has a year and a half or 2 years to spare. They move to this country of residency. They spend the time, maybe they're learning Spanish or doing other education, and they can spend the minimum amount of time, whether it's 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years. In some cases, it's only 6 months. So they spend that much time, and then they can apply for their citizenship. Now they have an opportunity, a golden lifetime opportunity to replace that poor passport, right? Let's say, as I'm referring to in this case, the Pakistani passport. They can keep that, but what they can also do is acquire this solid, strong passport, so their life is secure and they're not going to face some of the challenges that you're facing right now. In addition to their life or improving their situation, what this is also going to do is improve your life, because then you're not at the mercy of your home country nationality or government or passport. So if anything goes wrong there, they try to look for you. They're not able to get you, because you're now a citizen of some other country. You're protected by the rules and laws of that country. So that would supersede whatever issues that you're in. Again, I'm not saying that it all depends upon why they're trying to pull you in, right? If it is something stupid, then of course they're not going to be, you're not making their life easier. You're going to get some protection from outside, so it's not always going to be as straightforward for you. Again, the whole context is you're in the right. Maybe your home country is draconian, they're doing something wrong. Maybe what they're doing is illegal, they're trying to extract you. Under those circumstances, you want protection. Asylum is not always possible, but if you have a strong citizenship from a foreign country, now you're a national of their country, you have a solid, strong passport, you can not only travel outside, not only have that power and strength in terms of the mobility, but you're also protected from your home country draconian government. So what are the options? I've covered this extensively. The first one, my favorite one, is Mexico, number one option. Number two option is Panama. Again, 30 days, pretty much it's a done deal if you're investing the right amount of capital. And a lot of these opportunities go. All the attractive options quickly go. So you got to be quick, you got to be smart in getting these things. As these countries are getting more volumes of people, they're either making these residencies way too expensive or outright shutting them down. Classic example is the Mexican temporary residency has jumped up from approximately 2,700 to straight 4,250, making it almost inaccessible to a lot of people who otherwise would have been able to obtain this residency. So don't waste your time. Go and grab this option if you qualify today. Even the same case with Panama. Their residency, currently the VIP 30-day residency, permanent residency, is 300K. Soon in October, it's going to change to 500K. These are not just the two countries. There are several other countries. I've just recently covered Guatemala, Dominican Republic, Panama. Just been to all those places. There are options in all these places. So you got to be quick and smart. I'm talking about Latin America because initially they give you a lot of mobility and a strong passport for the grabs, but this is not the only region. You have options in Africa. There's a direct permanent residency in South Africa. A lot of my Asian meaning not from Bangladesh, but people from Taiwan, China, that area, they look for African options. So Tanzania, South Africa are interesting options. Mauritius is a very solid option. It's not as good for citizenship because citizenship is not always that straightforward. You got to invest slightly more in Mauritius if you're looking for that nationality, but it's a great permanent residency if you want to acquire something in Africa. Similarly, there are one or two options in Asia that are hot favorites. Yes, you can obtain citizenships in at least two solid Asian countries. Need to have the right connections, of course, but yes, it's absolutely possible. So if you are interested in switching or at least acquiring a solid layer on top of whatever your home country nationality is, if it's from a poor country, if you happen to be in Dubai or in Saudi Arabia, you're not as fortunate as, let's say, an American or a Canadian or a Britisher is. And when I say fortunate, only in terms of what passports they are carrying, right? Of course, you have great opportunities in Dubai. No one's questioning that. We're just purely talking about the passport and the nationality. But if you are interested, you can always reach us. We can have the discussion and quickly get you started with any flexible residency that suits your needs and budget and whatnot. And again, the link is in the description. Always reach us and we can get you started. We have attorneys in all the places that we talk about. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, we just recently hit 100K subscribers. We are now one of the largest RCBI channels in this space. So thanks for whoever has subscribed. For who has not subscribed, take a moment and subscribe to the channel so it helps me get you more valuable content. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.